2009, to start that year, or not really to start that year, but I guess what I should be saying is to close out that first decade, right, of the 2000s. That may not have been the best way to close it out for them, because it's kind of like, wait a minute, this feels like a new beginning of not the best energy. That's not what I was expecting. In fact, a couple of years ago, I told myself I had 2 years to get everything perfect and get everything together, and then I was going to be in there. And so imagine that feeling, and then sitting in 2009 knowing that everything is just getting worse and not better. You can kind of see where they would be living in the past. They would be looking back constantly and just thinking, I wish I could have done this different. I wish I would have fixed this. Maybe if I had started in 2008 and done things a little bit differently, it would be better now. So there is this really just kind of like chaotic, stressful energy associated with this year. Then we go into 2010, and this is where I think for them, because again, we might think about things on different timelines than them, but for them, generally speaking, things were okay. They were kind of comfortable, I guess. You know what I mean? It wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible. But because it wasn't great, it felt terrible for them. And this is where every good thing in their life was really tainted by hardship. There was just, I think a lot of DMs even would tell you they were tired. All right. Because some of you were really, again, in a relationship with these people at this time, and you can go back and think, man, that was the year that this happened and then this happened. And oh, wow, they did kind of, oh, that explains this and that. This was a time in their life where, especially for those DMs who were older, right? Again, if you're young watching this and maybe, I don't know, like under 20, you got to think this person at that point would have been a kid or a teen, right? So it's still going to be a little bit different. But anybody who pretty much was an adult at that time, they had this sense of autonomy and this feeling like everything was going to be okay a few years ago, and now everything's just okay. It's not what they thought. And I think that this is demotivating, demoralizing for them. And so thinking back to that time and asking yourself, well, what did I go through? What did I think the new decade would hold for me? And was I entering into the same energy? Because guess what? This is talking about the divine masculine in this opposition energy. We were also in this. This was affecting us as well, but again, because we're mirrors, you just never know how that's going to affect things. So I'll have to look into us later.